Okay, so this is a video on leader followership. You can think of it as being a service, you can think of it as talking, listening, different contexts. You've seen this in one of the body of leadership videos, hopefully. So this is an example of how you could use it in context. In this case, actually, I'm working with a couple within a relationship, so it's particularly juicy, another kind of layer to that. So if you just want to walk forwards and backwards a few times, whoever's walking forwards, make sure you don't walk somebody through a wall. Watch out for Aaron's head as well. Okay, we probably do it, because the camera, it's a very short kind of run up we've got here. Normally it'd be more space to walk backwards and forwards. I like to keep it very simple. Okay, we could look for some of the patterns now. Simple things like who prefers leading, who prefers following, that might be one. Whose hands are kind of on top of the other ones? Is someone more dominant? Is someone more back? You see the hands are slightly angled this way. Yeah. Who likes more space? Is this space equal on both of them? Relatively equal. Aaron's got a bit more space generally. Yeah. We could look at what part of them is leading. We can look at the general feel of it. Like, does it have a playful? But the first tape he started playing, which makes sense with these guys. Is it more playful? Is it more serious? What's the familiar? We could also go for a range of options like 4 elements, which is most familiar. Yeah, playful, non-playful, water, fire, which is most familiar. So very briefly, guys, which role feels most familiar to you? So, role that feels more familiar than leader for role?
Leader, probably.
Yeah.
Lead.
Okay. So, and you spoke first as well, which would be an example of that, yeah. So that made sense. It's not always that way. I see, gay couples, female couples, male couples, it can be different combinations. It's slightly more common for the men to feel more comfortable in that in this society than not all of them. So yeah, and again they could then have that conversation as how does that show up in their relationship, in their life, where they're going for dinner tonight, where they're going on holiday, whatever context. And again, I want to expose their intimate details of their relationship on videos, so I'll let them discuss that one at a later point amongst themselves. But it's a very juicy place to start, yeah. And then we could ask, okay, for these guys, their relationship, but it could just be generally in life, if I was just working, say, with one of them, what kind of leadership would you like, or what kind of followership? So in terms of, in your life, what kind of leadership would you like more of? Pick an element, or pick a quality. Clear, firm, kind, light.
Clear and kind.
Clear and kind,
yeah.
Okay.
Decisive.
Decisive. Okay, so we could work with the follower role. We're going to work, just to keep it simple, mostly with the leader roles. There's awareness, now there's choice, right? So I want you to practice that kind of leading, and same with decisive. So how would decisive look? It wouldn't be like, it would be right. Yeah. So the only limit here is you can't hurt each other. So off you go. Practice that kind of leading through this form here. So I haven't told them what to do, right? I could give them tips if they got stuck, but actually often people just discover for themselves, like they know what it's like to be clear or kind or decisive, so they just work through it, work out basic coaching method. They have been clear, decisive, kind, whatever it is at some point in their life. So this gives them a place to practice. Again, they could then give each other feedback. Did it feel decisive or aggressive? Did it feel kind or wimpy? We could give each other feedback afterwards as to people's self-reflections can be a little off, so it's often with partner work we're getting to give each other feedback. Again, not really fair to do on camera when there are a couple. So good. Anything there, guys? What did you notice?
I keep looking at that.
You're looking at that.
There's a lot of kindness in taking care of each other's heads.
So there's caretaking, right? There's a caution there, right?
Yeah.
Some people aren't cautious. They walk their partners into walls, and that's a pattern in itself is taking care of your partner. Right? So even in this little situation, things are revealed. That may or may not be her pattern. It might just be today. We don't know. Right? Yeah.
The decisiveness felt a little forced to me.
Whose decisiveness?
Aaron.
Okay, wasn't going to do feedback on the camera, but that's the sort of thing we could give feedback on. And it could be his stuff. We don't know if it's his lens or what she was doing. It certainly becomes a very interesting conversation. Yeah. And then of course we could do the distinction coaching or any of the other things, and contrast any other things we've done. Anything you want to say, Aaron, about what you learned from that?
Oh, my decisiveness is forced because it's not a natural quality for me. So when I do decide, I have to do it quite hard.
Right, so at the moment, I always try away from the word natural because it's a bit permanent. So at the moment, it seems like decisiveness feels a bit awkward, is that right? And it can come with a slight harshness. So again, we could do some distinction coaching around this and work with helping her and develop more of that capacity. We use this form. There's lots of other forms you can use with no touch. You could use tango, you could use aikido, you could use acro yoga. The principle here is we have some kind of embodied model of relationship, and we look for a pattern and we practice something new. That's the principle. You could use lots of ways to do that. Thank you very much, guys.